Hi, I'm Mr. Gustafson. I'm the instructor for this course, Calculus 1. You won't see a lot of me because this is an online course, and I'll explain more about the content of the course in a little bit. But I want to introduce myself, and I'll expect some emails from everybody with questions and concerns and whatnot, but we're not going to have any face-to-face time. I don't have office hours, which is fine for some of you because you're going to be in whole other countries. But don't look for me on any Riverland campus. I just don't have an office. But you can certainly email me, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to access that and where to look. So on the screen right now, I have the main D2L page, and quite a bit is put on this page. The first thing is this introduction, which you've already found because you're watching this video, and the syllabus. So I'm going to walk through the syllabus a little bit and talk about a few things there. So here's the syllabus. My email is up at the top, and please email me with any questions right away. You can also email, or not email, but you can also ask questions or access me through the Newton website, which I'll talk a little bit more about here in a little bit. So this is an online course. It's going to be run through or facilitated through a company called Newton. If you hear me say K Newton, I'm sorry. For whatever reason, when I see Newton, I think K Newton. So Newton, and you're going to need to purchase a subscription to that, which again, I'll talk through in the next video. So that's where our class is. It's not on D2L, it's through this site Newton here. You need to have a computer, you need to have different access to that, whether you're on a Chromebook or iPad or whatever, you need to have access to the internet and different places there. You will most likely, and again, I'll touch on this in a different video, but you will most likely need to be able to take screenshots, whether it's on your phone and you're taking a picture of whatever it is, or on your computer. So if you don't know how to do screenshots, there's a link here on how to take a screenshot, depending on if you're on a Windows, a Mac, etc. So there's some course description that I'll let you read through on your own, the different content areas that we're going to cover, the different goals. Again, I'll leave that for you to read on your own. A couple of things I do want to touch on. If you are emailing me, make sure that you are putting your name on it. Make sure that you're putting the class name so I know who it's coming from and what they're asking about. And if you are emailing me on the weekends, leave some time. I may not get to it on Monday. I'll try to get to it right away, but give me a day at least, and I'll get back to you. Emails, if you do ask me questions about an assignment, I'll try and respond back to you in the most clear way I can. Sometimes that'll just be a written description of, okay, do this, then this. Sometimes it'll be a video where you'll probably just see my hand working through a problem and I'll give you some explanation. It might just be a screenshot or a picture of the work that I've got. If you are going to email me about a question, it is helpful if you email me the problem that you're working on and maybe show the work that you've done so far. Assignments do count for 50% of your grade. You need to do the assignments. That'll make more sense as you get into the class why I'm emphasizing this, but you do need to do the assignments for 50% of your grade. You get an unlimited number of times to try the assignments. There should be no reason to not get 100% on your assignments because you have an unlimited number of tries to get those problems right before the due date. In terms of due dates, all the assignments, all the tests are all going to be open until the end of the course. They're all going to be available to you on June 3rd, and they will be open until July 26th. At 11:59 p.m. on July 26th, the course closes. I won't accept anything after that date. So late assignment doesn't really apply. There's no policy for late assignments. You just either do it or you don't by the end of the course. Get those assignments done, and you need to get all of them done to get 50% of your grade. The other 50% of your grade is in the tests. So there's no projects, there's no discussion boards that you need to do. You need to do the assignments, you need to pass the assignments, then you need to take the tests. The tests, there are 7 unit tests. You will only be able to take the tests once, and you have a 2-hour block of time to complete them. I'm going to talk more about testing and a bit of some different things you can do with that in a further video. So make sure you watch that video on testing and grading. That'll help you, or that's the idea anyways. You can see the grading scale, and there's some other links here for handbooks and different policies. Okay, I think that's it for now. So, hi, welcome to the course, and watch the next video on, oh no, I'm sorry, one other thing. Watch the next videos here on accessing the course material, testing and grading. If you keep scrolling down through D2L, you'll see a whole bunch of other units, or a whole bunch of other announcements that are here. What I've done is when I went through the course, because I went through the entire course and made sure that everything worked the way I wanted it to, there were things I wish I had, or different hints that like, oh, I wish I would have figured this out sooner. This isn't something I've got for every unit, but for a lot of the units, I've put little helpful hints. You don't need them, you don't have to look at them, but like the limits analytically for continuous and piecewise functions, when you get to that lesson, it's not the first lesson, but when you get to it, I would have found it helpful to remember how to factor a difference of perfect squares. And you might go, oh, I got that. I know how to factor difference of perfect squares. They extend it a little bit further. And so the lesson extends this idea. And if you're looking at this right here and saying, well, Mr. Gustafson, that's not a difference of perfect squares, you forgot something. I didn't. It gets beyond college algebra and factoring that. So if you're lost on that, if you're not sure what I mean, look at the example, watch the little video. And I've done that for a lot of these units, or a lot of these lessons anyways. Some different trigonometric graphs I found to be helpful. Different things. So look through, if you don't recognize notation, or if you look at some of those helpful hints, it's just there as I found it to be helpful. I wish I would have figured it out sooner as I was going through the lessons. So look at those, don't look at those, but they're there, and it's something that you can access. Okay.